Anoche, a senatorial aspirant in the position of diploma certificate. The main reason why I'm vying for the position as the only lady among 4 men in the position is because this senatorial position has always been a male domain. And we feel like they're not representing our issues well. They're not articulately representing our issues. So I've come up as a lady to diplomatically represent the issues of all the diploma and certificate students. Yes, and another reason why I'm vying, you find that in Baraton institution, in our institution, since I came to this institution, we've never come together as all the diploma and certificate students. That's another reason that I want to put in place that we come together and bring in a common table to bring our issues together so that they can help us to solve our issues. Thank you.
Thank you. Next.
Thank you so much. I'm called Pastor Edwin Odiworokot, School of Education, Humanities, and Social Science. I've been in this school. This is now my 2.1. And I have experienced a lot. Now, the main reason why I would like to buy this seat, diploma certificate, is that I have that natural feeling to serve the students. And most of students, more so those students doing diploma and certificate courses, they are passing a lot of challenges. And now this time around, I have that natural feelings to serve them accordingly. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, Madam. I would like to thank you for the way you have welcomed us at this evening. My full name's called Paul Ombati Ototo. I'm a student in theology and a diploma. The main reason why I'm contesting this seat of senatorial is that one of the main reasons is that I've seen several challenges my fellow students who are from certificate and to diploma, where I myself started from certificate, challenges which they are facing now and again in service, and those ones who are regular. Now I stand up by showing them that I have a potential of helping them 40 sites by maybe one of the main measures is by registration, whereby we are facing many challenges. May God bless us.
Thank you. From your introduction, we can draw that you all mentioned that there are challenges that diploma and certificate students face, right? I'd like from Paul Ombati to mention at least 2 challenges each.
Yes, Madam. One of the challenges which they are facing is registration, whereby you may get that as students has already completed the school fees and now want to register for new semester. And here, the solution for the school is they said that you must have to reach 80% so that to continue for registration. Now, I see this better to go and represent them by requesting the administration that to reduce, even he or she has no balance from behind. Let him continue with the registration even though he will have little amount of money. Another thing is that I will make sure that I will bring both regular and in service in unity to be in cooperation for the purpose of having unity and peace in the institution.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Edwin?
Thank you so much, Madam, for another time, another chance. There are many challenges that students are passing through. Number one, you see many students, they are railing. They are railing about their missing grades. Sometimes you see many students, they are complaining that their grades are not there. So these are the things that I would like to go and present them and to follow the missing grades. Then another thing is that the challenge also is about registration. You see, many students, they are paying that 80% for you to register. Now, this is the time that I would like to present them, in that, you see, if I will have that opportunity, I will have that strength, that power to go and plead with administration. If possible, they reduce for us that 80% to either 40 or 50%, which means that if you have that, or either 40 or 50, you will be able to register. I don't want to forget also, in terms, another thing is during this thing called graduation. You see, we are, even in the certificate, they are paying 12,000 for you to graduate. Now, these are the things that we are going, I with my teams, we are going to present them. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Thank you. I think I said there are some challenges that the certificate and diploma students face, and it's just a way to diplomatically represent them in front of the chair. One of the challenges they face is that you see, diploma and certificate, there are many departments that are undertaking diploma certificate in this school. But you get that in theology department, there's an exemption. When you do maybe an IT in certificate, you are exempted to do it in diploma. But you get in other departments, there is no that exemption. So that's one of the reasons I'm vying to go and to be to be someone who will represent them and table the issue on board and bring the issue on board. Another challenge that the diploma and certificate students face, most of us diploma and certificate students, we are self-sponsored. And we get that in school, there is a work program which we can undertake to help us in partially paying for the school fees. There are some scholarships which we are given. So I just want to be an advocate for the administration to consider the diploma and certificate students when during the work program, during the scholarship, they can be considered and given some amount to help them cater for their school fees. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much once again, Sharon, for that question. It is true that in this university, if there is a department that has always offered service to the students, is these senatorial positions. Why? Once they are chosen, they have never been up to task to articulate the matters that are really concerned about the department. So now that I have stood for them, there are a few things that I will be able to do. One is on the issue of food. That is, as my counterpart has also just said, most of the diploma certificate students are self-sponsored. And now, after depositing everything to the account, then you remain with nothing to feed on. And you realize, and now that some of my fellow competitors are also working in the cafeteria, they can be able to confirm this, that at times you may find that there is food that is disposed, and some of the students are going hungry. You see, this is a matter that has come to my attention, and I would really want to see if we can be able to have a robust program that we can be able to identify truly those ones who are in need, and they can be able to be given food even once or twice in a week. And this will be able to help students, because in fact, in most of the times, you may find students coming to class without having taken anything because they deposited everything to their account. That is one challenge. The second challenge is that even as we were doing campaigns, to get a certificate or diploma student is not easy, because every other person you ask, no, I'm not in that bracket. No, I'm not. I'm not the student. Why? Because of the stigma, because of the discrimination, because of the isolation that is associated with diploma and certificate students. This one cuts across right from the Department of School the department of our department, that is the School of Education, Humanities, and other schools across the institution. And therefore, the only way we can be able to do this is that I'll come up with a committee that constitutes members from each of these schools. And then we'll be able to, they are the ones who will be able to be bringing issues up. And as it is written in the mandate, in the sub-constitution of the senator, I'll be able to articulate these matters because I cannot have these issues unless and otherwise the representatives that we have agreed to choose from in that committee will be able to bring up the issues and will be able, I'll also be able to take them and take them to the Senate, or rather to the in administration, and they'll be able to be articulated in the best way possible. So that one is possible and we can be able to do it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much once again. I'm much pleased to have this time. One of the challenges, if I can go direct to the point, is whereby you can meet many diploma and certificate students, have no buildings of studying. If you can bear witness with the theologians, they normally take the educations, let's say down the trees there, and also and even the place where they are taking the education, the environment is not that pleasing. If you go to the agriculture place, whereby all the places where the diploma and certificate students are studying, it's only grassy. But if you find where the degree students are learning, it's just a conducive place. And again, another reason, another challenge is whereby the recognition, whereby they are not being recognized during the graduation time, whereby these students are being told to pay more equal amount with the degree students, whereby you can meet the diploma and certificate students are paying almost a half of the degree students. So this is something that makes the diploma students not to be recognized as the diploma and certificate students. That's the reason why the diploma students have chosen me to go and represent them in the SABU as their own savior. Thank you.
You saying that you will at least go to the administration and talk about the graduation phase. But don't you think that's a standardized price for everyone? I'll start with Paul.
It is true. Yes, it is true. But that one, it is a matter of coming together and share. It is not by matter of forcing, but a matter of coming together and do what we call cost sharing, whether they will understand. But for us, even though we have no power, but
Yeah, according to me, this whereby you go and represent the issues. And going and represent the issues of the diploma and certificate students doesn't mean that you just go, you are just being chosen to go and sit there. You just go and make a change where other leaders didn't make a change. Whereby, if the degree students were paying 12,000, let's say the diploma students should pay 3/4 and the certificate students should pay 1/4. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I've heard John talking about unifying the diploma students. If chosen as a leader, how would you ensure that everyone is unified in diploma and certificate, considering they come from different departments? I'll start with Edwin.
Thank you so much, Madam, for that a good question. And in fact, that's a very, very good question to all of us. Now, there are many ways that we will bring these people together. We have a lot of ways that we will unify them together. Number one, you see, the Department of Agriculture, I can use or I will use some representative from that department so that we bring them together. Allow me to stop there.
Once again, thank you, Sharon. I think I'd said about this, but let me again reiterate on the same. I'd said that it has come to our attention that students, especially from the diploma certificate, it's hard to find them. Maybe my competitors can be able to affirm to this. We had a hard time, especially to identify those whom we want to represent. However, this is the one thing that has forced me to stand for this. That is, we will, in fact, I've even started the same to identify. And once I'll be elected, then we'll be able to form a committee of representatives. It's not just a matter of having representatives, but just forming a committee from each of the schools. For example, we can say from the agriculture, we can have one. From the technology, we can have one. From mass and communication or ICT, we can have one. And even from theology, so that these people or these individuals from each of these schools can be able to sit down in a committee. Therefore, they can be able to raise their issues. And these issues, as I did say, Sharon, you realize that this is one of the mandates that we've been given by the SABU constitution, that we can be able to articulate and have these matters solved in that best way. So this committee is the one that will be able to have issues, and by doing this, then we'll be able to be one.
Come up again with your question. Yeah. Actually, myself, I'm potential. Due to that potentiality, that one it forced me to contest that seat. I will make sure that I said from there before that I'm going to bring unity from theology to all departments in this institution, which will enable me to succeed in that contest, in that seat.
Thank you, John.
Thank you. I think one of my roles as a senator, diploma certificate, is to enhance unity among all the diploma and certificate students. Now, when enhancing unity, you must first get a representation of all the diploma and certificate students. After bringing them together, all the diploma and certificate students, their representatives on board, we can create something. I've been imagining of something like a club, let's say a club, that can bring us together and undertake some activities and identify ourselves as diploma and certificate students so that we can take away the stigmatization that we always have. You know, identifying, apart from theologians, to identify a diploma and certificate student in this school is not easy. It's a task, a huge task to do. But I thank God because during my campaigns, we've identified them, and most from the departments, they've given me suggestions on how we can bring them together, but it is among my manifestos, so I can't disclose it now. Thank you.
Lekshan?
Thank you once more. According to the unifying of the diploma and the certificate students, this whereby have come with let's say a group, or not actually a group, but association whereby we can name it like a SABU, meaning what? Diploma, student, Baraton, and certificate students, whereby This is a forum whereby the diploma and the certificate students will be ushering or will be giving out their own challenges and problems which are facing. And I, as their leader of diploma and certificate students, I'll be representing it to the SABU people, whereby we'll be sharing and sorting out their issues. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'd like to go back a little bit. Likishon mentioned something about diploma students not having places to attend their classes. I think this is a very serious issue. Can I get a verification from all of you? Is it true? When Likishon mentioned that diploma students do not have places to study from, can I get a verification? Is that true? That you're studying under trees?
Okay. They can just say themselves, because these are all the theologians, whereby most certificate and diploma students, you can just meet them on, let's say, mostly, if not Thursday, Wednesday, they're taking their classes. If not, down the chaplaincy, the chaplains, down the church, it's outside. Whereby their classes should not be in church. They should be built maybe somewhere like where the nurses are now, their classes are being made. So those are the things that are going to be made. Yeah.
Can you verify it, Livingston?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The issue being raised by my fellow competitor, I think it's more of a department issue than a school or a whole institution issue. Because you realize, especially for theology students, we really don't have facilities. And I think it's within the mandate of the directorate, that is the administrative, to work on that. But now to mention, when you go to agriculture, they have their rooms or their facilities to use. Go to technology, they have. Go to fashion and design, they have. And every other school, they have their facilities to use. So this one is a department, that is the theology department, that is under the School of Education, Humanities and Social Sciences. Thank you so much.
Paul, can you verify?
Actually, it is true that challenge we have faced it, even me, since I entered in this institution, I've seen so. It is not a forest saying, it is true that we are starting under the ground, under the set, whereby we are not having enough classes, which shows that we have lacked enough facilities which will enable us to go ahead. But other departments, they are okay.
Okay. Edwin?
Thank you once again. It is very true that enough facilities are not there. Though the other departments, like agriculture, they have enough facilities where they can study. Food and nutrition, they have. Music, they have. And the rest. Now, the only challenge is in this department of theology. Now, this now it depends with the school. Now, what I know is that all this we will just do. We will just do if you people you will elect us as your leader. But what I know, what I want to say is this: apart from those other departments, now the only challenge that theologians are facing in terms of facilities, we cannot say that we don't have enough facilities, but actually it always depends with the climate. For example, you see, it depends with the climate. Maybe sometimes students can even say, today we want to go and sit down under the tree. Sometimes students are saying that today we want to go and study up there in the chaplaincy boardroom. Now it depends, but what I know, all shall be well. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
I think my opinion will be a bit contrary with the rest. I think we have enough classes to do our studies. Because when the timetables are out, every course is allocated a class. for it.
Yes.
But most of our classes, we do them in the chaplaincy basement, chaplaincy boardroom, and the humanities building. But you find that it's just our wish, our will to do the classes outside. Not that the classes are not there. The classes are there, and they are enough for us. But it's just people's wish to do outside. The classes are enough. That's my opinion.
Okay, thank you. I think Likishon, you should do enough research. And also, when Joan mentions stigmatization, I think this is a very serious issue. Is chosen as a leader, how will you ensure that the university, together with other degree students, they stop the stigmatization of diploma and certificate students? Joan?
You find that there's this, the stigmatization, it first comes from us. There's this inferiority complex that we feel that now I'm doing diploma. How will somebody take me with that? Maybe they'll take themselves as failures. But what I want to tell them, what I want to encourage them, we are not failures. Every ladder has a step. You can start from the lowest step, another person can start from the second step, but all of us will reach the destination. That's the highest part of the ladder. Now I want to tell how I will do it. As I said earlier, I'm thinking of coming up with a club. You see, in school, I realized there's a club called Cute Club. The Cute Club really helps the teachers to identify themselves. They really identify themselves as the Cute Club members. Now I want us to come with a club as the diploma and certificate students that will help us identify ourselves, take away the inferiority complex in us, and have that courage that we are not failures. We are going to overcome it. And most people, you find that even most professors, they come from the lowest, the certificate level, but they always rise. That's the notion I want to build in every diploma and certificate mind, that one day we will be there. Thank you.
Thank you. Paul?
Yes, Madam, again. What I would like to say is that from the book of Proverbs 27, verse 17, it says that people run from one another as iron sharpens iron. So do not regret or do not say that I started from lower. After all, as we are running from one another, as we are running from those ones who started from lower up to upwards, we can encourage one another, knowing that one day, we are going to be of value and we are going to be important people in various places.
Thank you. Edwin?
Thank you so much. That's a very wonderful question. And as I was trying to load this question, really catch my attention. It is very true that certificates and diploma students, you know what? They are really despairs. Sometimes, sometimes many people, even degree students, they underrate students, those doing diploma and certificate. And not only that, but also these students, they are really despised because the other students know that they don't know nothing. But what I want to tell you today is this. Impossible things is possible by God. Whether somebody can despise you, either if someone can despise you, and you don't know this, you don't know this, you don't know this. But there are many ways that we will encourage each other. Because what I know, many people, they started from certificate level, they upgrade to diploma level, degree level, up to PhD. It is possible. Now, I want to tell you today that all shall be well. And there are many ways that we will bring this one to the board. And the main reason why we will bring it into the board is that we don't want people to discourage us, because we can make it in life. It is possible. And I know by God's grace we will bring professors and those who started certificate level, and they will encourage us. Most of those students are doing diploma and certificate. They will motivate us so that we can have that courage to move forward without giving up.
Thank you. To Livingston and Lakeshore, what do you think causes this stigmatization amongst your students? And if selected, how would you try and solve this problem?
Okay, I'm pleased again to be given this opportunity whereby I can contribute by saying whereby we can, the thing that we can do to reduce this so-called stigmatization is whereby by giving out starting something called a group, yeah, or an association, or let's say just a group, whereby I just say previously we can form a group of diploma and certificate, whereby the students should be representing or removing or giving out their own issues. And again, apart from it, we choose the leaders from each department, maybe let's say from nutrition, theology, agriculture. We remove one representative, whereby the representative will be giving out their problems so that us as the leaders, it can be an easier moment to us. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you once again. Sorry. The cause for this stigma, low self-esteem, isolation, it starts way from where we come from. You realize the reason as to why we feel that we are low, it's because where we come from, we were told we cannot do anything. Maybe you scored D+, a D plane, C-, and everybody was like, where will you go with this? And now that one starts from there. And now getting to the University of UEAB, then you need now to get a better environment to improve on something that has always hurt you. So that's one of the causes. The second cause is when you get now to Baraton, you realize that the majority are those ones who are doing degree, doing masters, and nobody identifies with you. When you realize that nobody is identifying with you, then now it also makes that low self-esteem and the stigma to even get more worse. Because you realize that if somebody cannot identify with you, it's hard. And that's why we are here. I'm here as a Livingston to identify with the diploma and certificate students so that we can be able to see how best we can deal with this. And one of the reasons more will be able to be revealed during the manifesto time. One of it, as I've just said, once we get to know who are these people or who are the diploma and certificate students, then we can be able to have a way of having them together. And there are several things we can be able to do. One of them, we can be able to do what's called co-curricular activities, and it's allowed in this school. And several other things, we can even do athletics, which can be able to bring us together. So that once we get to identify ourselves, then we can be able to be one, and that low self-esteem and the stigma can be able to go down. Allow me to give one example, especially from the theology department. Sorry. You realize that even having a certificate student going to just pray during a prayer session is not easy. Even just to go and preach, you realize that it's only degree students and even master students, they are the ones who are doing that. Tell me one elder in this church who is a certificate or a diploma student. Not one. And these are some of the things that get now to even sink the diploma certificate student. They feel that they cannot be able to be given a chance to even work for the Lord. Thank you so much, Sharon.
Thank you. Don't be shocked by the noises you hear from my background. Those are just football fans celebrating their wins. But let's continue. As many leaders have come into place and they have given their promises, they have done ABCD or not or not even completing what they promised. What sets you apart from those leaders? What's that quality that makes you qualified to vie for this position?
Maybe you can come again kindly.
My
I didn't
apologies.
get you. Sorry.
A lot of leaders have come here.
Yes.
They have promised to do certain things in the department for diploma and certificate students. They have made promises, they have gotten into the seat, they may have achieved or not achieved whatever they promised. What sets you apart as an individual? What is that skill set that you have that sets you apart from each and everyone here vying for that position?
Thank you so much. That is very key. And it's well spelled in my values, core values of my leadership. That is one, commitment. Second, we have vision. And third one is action. You realize, Sharon, commitment is what makes a promise a reality. I'm committed to serve. We've had several, and we've had several leaders. That one doesn't mean that I can also be in the bracket of the several leaders. That's why I'm here today to confirm that we are committed to make sure that which we promise we'll be able to deliver. The second point is that is why I'm very keen not to promise heaven and we are on this earth. I've only been able to say those things that I have seen are practical enough for me to do. Because I understand this school has a structure, and it is in that structure that we want to also fix our issues and make sure that we are practical and real enough to articulate the matters raised. Thank you.
Thank you. Paul?
Yes, Madam, again, I will say that I would be able to do everything because I, being a mzee, I have experience over my family. So I am going to bring that experience from my family and bring it here to my fellow students to make sure that everything is going to be okay under my authority.
Thank you. Edwin?
Thank you so much once again, Madam. And that's a very critical question. You know, I was trying to mingle with many people last week, and most of students they were telling me that you know what, Pastor Edwin. Then I told them, I don't know. You know, you people, you just want this seat, but you will not present us accordingly, because we know many people whom we have elected there, but they don't want to present our issue, our problems, our tribulation. Now you, as Pastor Edwin, we want you this time round, please present us accordingly and go and address our issue. I want to say this one. I, Edwin Odiworo Koth, I have experienced a lot of skills that I'm going to do the great things for our students, more so diploma and certificates. And I want to tell you that the skills that I know, we are going to use them accordingly. And I don't want to go and misuse this position. I know by God's grace, we are going to make it. Thank you.
Thank you. So what's that specific skill set? Knowledge, commitment. What's your skill? Knowledge, commitment. What are you skillful at?
Okay. The commitment that I'm saying is that students, more so those diploma and certificate, they are passing a lot of tribulation. Now the commitment or the skills that I will use, I know. Yeah.
Okay, you will not like to
I
reveal it
know,
to people?
there's time that manifesto, we have not yet said that manifestos, but I know it will work.
Okay, John.
Thank you. First of all, I want to say that leadership is inborn. Yes. So, as John Ochieng, one of my core values is like commitment, transparency, and accountability. So, like commitment, as I said earlier, I want to bring all the representatives on board so that I don't do it at myself. I don't want to be like, I did it. You know, when I bring the I aspect in it, the people, the diploma and certificate students will not own anything that I'll do with them. But I'll bring them together, a representative from all the departments, so that we can come together and do something. I don't promise to be like my predecessor, but I promise to be better than my predecessor. Another thing is of my core values is transparency. I think in everything that I do, I've been a class representative for some time now in the diploma class. Everything I do is transparent, and we do it when anything that everyone has agreed that we can do, we do them, and I do it to my level best. And I promise just in this position that if I'm elected to be in this position, I'll do it to my level best. I'll be transparent, and I'll make sure to be accountable to everything that I will do. Thank you.
Thank you. Because of time, I would like you in 30 seconds. Sorry, my apologies. Livingston?
Okay. I thought that you have just forgotten me, but...
My apologies.
Okay. There's a proverb that normally goes that be a change that you want to see. So, being a change is to change the diploma and the certificate student to be known and to be also recognized as in the University of Eastern Africa, Baraton, and also to change if you try to see the unity of diploma and certificate students, you can see that my colleagues can just testify that they don't have that. You cannot know the diploma or certificate student whereby you can say that these are diploma or these are degree student. So these are the things that I'm going to change as Benjamin Lekishon. Yeah, thank you.
Why don't you want to mention that unique skill you have?
Huh?
What's that unique skill that you have?
I haven't said the skills, but I've said be the change that...
I want you to tell me your skill.
My skills?
Yes.
Yeah, the skills that I'm going to use is by, but I'm going to, by forming even groups, yeah, that I've just said previously, and also, apart from the groups, also the representatives that I've just said previously. Thank you.
Thank you. Because of time, in 30 seconds each, starting from Paul, I'd like you to convince your voters to vote for you, considering we have, I think, 2 days to the elections. Convince your voter.
Yes, my brothers and sisters in certificate and diploma, now again, I want to request you, by the grace of God, the first thing I need from you is prayer. Second thing, you know me, I'm MC who is potential, who is capable of going to do everything with the experience of my family, and that one I'm going to bring it here, because most of you are my sons and daughters. So I have the potential that I'm going to do everything according to God, His will. May God bless you. Let us wait that day anxiously by hoping that Bolo Mbatio Toto is going to be the leader. May God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. As we are going to finalize this, wherever you are, now I, Pastor Edwin Odiwor Okoth, there was a theme that the theme was saying that the theme during a campaign period, the theme was that asubuhi na mapema. Now, my friends, brothers and sisters, please, what I need from you is just prayer. Number 2, I would like you to vote for me. Because if you vote for me, I as Edwin Odiwor Okoth, I know that the challenges that we are passing, we as diploma and certificate students, we are going to solve them. And now because of that, we are only remaining with only 2 days so that we approach the day of voting. And I want you to vote for me. If you vote for me, then all shall be well. May God bless you so much as we are eagerly waiting for that day. As you are eagerly waiting that day around 4 p.m. in the evening, around 4 p.m. in the evening, that the announced will be well, and I know the leader will be Edwin Odiwuorokot. Asubuhi na mapema. May God bless you all in Jesus' name.
Thank you, John.
First of all, I want to say that there's a future in political space. And I believe us as ladies, us as women, we are also part of the future in the political space. Now we want a change. We've tried, from my history, from checking back the history of Baraton, there's no lady who has ever stood and come out to contest for this position of diploma and certificate. But I am out as Joan Ochieng. We want change, and I believe that this change can come only out from the rule of men to the rule of ladies. Let us come out from the men domain and give a lady a chance. Thank you, and I believe you'll vote me in as your incoming senator. Joan Ochieng, diploma certificate. Your vote counts. Come 20th March, next week on Wednesday. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Joan Ochieng as the senator, diploma certificate. Thank you.
Thank you, Livingston.
Once again, thank you so much. I would wish to mention this, that it's high time we need to shun from politics that are aligned on the terrain of ethnicity, brotherhood, and friendship, so that we can go for leadership and service delivery. Remember, it's not about the size of the dog in the fight, rather the size of the fight in the dog. No one can do everything, but everyone can do something. Make your voice heard, leadership from the heart. Livingston Okioga Mosima, Senator, diploma certificate, come 20th. Thank you so much. May God bless you.
Thank you, Livingston.
Thank you so much. First and foremost, my name is Benjamin Lekshon, an aspirant diploma certificate, senatorial. What I can just tell my fellow diploma and certificate student is that it is a time for change. It is a time to have accountability. It is a time to be united as diploma and certificate students. And it is also a time to be known and recognized. So let's come together, let's join hands, because togetherness we fight. So fought for change, fought for unity, fought for transparency and accountability. Thank you so much. I'm Benjamin Lekshon.
Thank you. This has been the exclusive SABU panel interview for the aspirants for Senator's Diploma and Certificate. I have been your host, Atieno Ashley. We do not know who the leader is, but come 20th March, we shall be streamlining, so make sure to follow our social media pages. I want to thank you so much for honoring the invite for this interview, and I wish you all the best. Tomorrow, same place, same time. This is Hope Channel, Baraton.